Welcome back to the WRT. We're here in the Golden State for the Pleasanton Open. These players have traveled near and far to compete here this weekend with over 28 players from 8 different countries. This will surely be a melting pot of game style and talent. These players are going to amaze you with their super speed gets and their amazing power, so make sure you let the world know that you're watching the WRT by using the hashtag WRT and hitting us up on social media. Also, these players play best 2 out of 3 games to make a match. That's the first 2 to 15 and the tiebreaker to 11 win by 1. Each player is allotted 2 timeouts. So let's get this tournament started and see who will be crowned Pleasanton champion. And we're here live in the quarterfinal match between Alex Cardona and Danny Lavley. Cardona serving.
Oh, Cardona starting really strong. Beautiful there, shot by Alejandro down the line forehand and starting strong.
And another point for Cardona. One of the more powerful players here on tour. We've talked before about his natural talent. And he's playing today against Danny Lavley, also a strong player. And he's here in the quarterfinals at our Pleasanton Open.
Point.
Now I know one thing you don't want to do against Cardona is let him get comfortable as well.
Yeah.
Ranked number 2 here on the WRT. He often floats between 1, 2, and 3 seeding with Polo Gutierrez and Jake Bedenbeck.
0-3.
Now, I don't think these two have matched up before, at least not according to my stats, so this should be a pretty interesting match here today. All right. That's a shot there from Lavley. That's going to be a side out for Cardona. Both these players are sponsored by Gearbox. If you guys want to check out some of the gear that they're wearing, go to gearboxrb.com. You can find out more about the players and the apparel there. Nice side out there for Lavley. See if he can get some points right now, down 3 in game 1.
0-3.
Cardona clearly with the strategy of going down the line. He has already 3 winners with the forehand down the line and the backhand down the line.
Side out.
Nice backhand by Danny. Changing the pace and back to the box, seeing if he can build his first point of the game.
Oh,
Beautiful
that's
get by
good.
Danny Lavley. Cardona didn't see that, but that was an amazing get.
Big rally here so far in game one. Nice hustle there from
1-3.
Lavley, winning the point. That's his first point here in game one. 1 serving 3.
Side out.
Side out for Cardona.
Beautiful pinch by Cardona, and back in the box, 3 serving 1.
Cardona coming off his win in January at the 2015 San Diego Open, where he was the champion. And he made it to the finals last weekend at the Mount Rainier Open, where he lost to Polo Gutierrez, whose match is actually coming up later today at 1 p.m. against Francisco Troncoso for the quarterfinals. And join us again at noon when we'll have Mario Mercado and David Bobby Horn.
Side out.
An error there from Cardona.
Yeah, first unforced error for Cardona.
1-3.
Missed that pinch back in, and Danny Lavley, let's see if he can cut it up a little bit more.
Side out.
Nice return there by Cardona. Good effort from Lavley.
3-1.
I was asking Danny before the match how to pronounce his hometown, and I'm pretty sure I still butchered it, but Danny coming out of Ohio and now resides in San Diego.
Side out. 1-3.
Both players getting here from very different paths. Cardona had a fairly easy match in the round of 16s, two games straight, 5 and 6, and
Against Chase Robinson.
yeah, and Danny Lavley played an amazing match between him and De Jong. Was incredible. I think it was over 2 hours.
15-7, 9-15, 11-10. Incredible, incredible tiebreaker.
Yeah, it was an amazing match. I saw that, and Danny Lavley came from like 10-3 on the breaker,
Interesting.
managed to pull it out, and it was just a great battle
1-1.
between both of the WRT players. De Jong from Korea.
Danny from Ohio. I know he was really pumped yesterday. Very exciting for him to be in the quarterfinals today.
Cardona just takes a very, very lucky shot there. Ball was
5-1.
way up and cut the corner and cracked out in the sidewall.
Side out.
Big swing there from Danny. I think that's one thing that both of these players have
1-5.
is power, whereas I think Cardona has a little bit more experience. He's a consistent quarterfinalist, semifinalist, and finalist with a couple of championships under his belt. At 22 years old, he's been playing professionally on the WRT for his entire career.
Oh, nice hands by Danny, changing the pace again, letting the ball down in front court and scoring 2, serving 5.
One of the things we've talked about in the past is the opportunities created here for the players, and that's something we like to pride ourselves with on the WRT. Cardona, a big junior champion in his junior days, but it's tough, you know, getting out here to these tournaments and paying for all of the fees. And so between the WRT and the Reaching Your Dream Foundation, we are helping Danny and Cardona's dreams kind of come true, playing here on the tour and getting as much professional experience as they can.
True, it's been amazing all the support we get as players from both WRT and Reaching Your Dream. We get to do what we love, we get to play the sport that we enjoy the most and have fun knowing all these clubs and places, amazing people in every tournament.
Very supportive. We appreciate all of the love we get from our fans and our sponsors. If you guys want to check out more about Reaching Your Dream, go to give2, that's the number 2, rydf.org.
Oh, nice between the leg from Danny, leaves it up and Cardona took it. Nice.
7-2.
Cardona in the lead so far here in game 1 of our quarterfinal match between Alex Cardona, who's serving, and Danny Lavley. So we'll get a second serve.
Side out.
Nice return there from Lavley. Looks like he's going to go ahead and take a timeout. Looks like Danny Lavley and Alex Cardona are ready to pick it back up here in game 1. Let's take a look. Lavley serving.
Third.
Think we'll get a second serve.
Good call there by the ref. Tough call, but good.
Our referee is Jose Ugalde, who just played in the first quarterfinal of the day against Jake Brennenbeck. They'll push him through to the semifinals later tonight, and he will play the winner of this game.
7-2. Third. Second serve. Point.
Oh wow, big skip by Danny Lavley. He had a clear setup there in his forehand and skipped it in the pinch. Third unforced error for
8-2.
Danny in the beginning of this game. It's 8-2 now for Cardona.
Skip point.
And another skip. That's a point for Cardona.
9-2.
Short serve called by the ref. So it's going to be second serve.
Second serve. Side out.
Oh, beautiful shot by Danny Lavley. Great backhand pinch.
2-9.
It's going to be 2 serving 9. Danny there cleaning a little bit the court, trying to make some time. Probably to change momentum, but Cardona's smart enough. Now cleaning his glasses.
Third. Second serve. Side out.
Cardona is so calm there, just
9-2.
you can see how he's relaxed and playing nice. I think that's when Cardona does the best.
Yeah, that's definitely a trademark or a signature move there from Cardona. He's so collected out there on the court, it's really hard to read him.
No. Side out.
Nice return there from Lavley. Lavley turned pro in 2007. I know he has a
2-9.
good amount of racquetball experience behind him, but in the last year, he's really been focusing on playing professionally full-time.
Skip side out.
An error there. So interesting, you were noting how Cardona is so composed, and I think
9-2.
Lavley is a little bit more of an expressive player. When he plays, you kind of know what's going on a little bit in his head there.
Yeah, Danny does some stuff on court. You can always see his mood.
Big swing there from Cardona.
Side out.
Big side out. What a nice rally here in game 1. Big side out there for Lavley.
Yeah, amazing speed from both players, shooting hard. Danny took the best of this rally, and
2-9.
gonna be 2 serving 9.
I think Lavley is also one of our taller players. Him and Brennenbeck, I think, would be our 2 tallest players, sitting at 6'2".
Side out.
Oh, wow. Amazing
That was
hands.
a big serve there from Lavley.
9-2.
That was actually a really, really good serve from Danny Lavley, right into Cardona's body, but he had great hands, Cardona, and managed to pinch that.
No, side out.
Oh, and a side out for Lavley. See if he can get some points moving here on the board.
2-9.
I like how both players kind of take that full 10 seconds that they're allowed before they start serving. Kind of collect themselves and maybe think about what the strategy is.
Second serve.
Danny especially does that a lot, and he just went here for a trying to deceive Cardona with his head. He got it short though.
Point.
A nice winner from Danny Lavley in his back end.
3-9. 3-9. Short. Second serve.
Nice return there from Cardona, kind of looking comfortable there in the middle of the court. Didn't have to move too much in that rally.
9-3.
Well, Cardona does move well on the court. He's been featured in a couple of our promo videos there on youtube.com/World Racquetball, hustling around for those big points. But as a power player, you definitely don't want to keep him
10-3.
centered and wound up for those big hits.
You never want to have Cardona in the setup.
Short. Second serve.
It's hard though, he's so fast and moves so well in the court that eventually he'll get the setup.
Side out.
Oh, a little bit of luck there by Danny. Cut the crack.
Now these
3-10.
two have played doubles together as well. I think that's something to definitely note on the WRT. Although they are fierce competitors out there on the court, they switch it up by keeping it friendly on and off the court as doubles players, traveling buddies, as we get around to all these tournaments here. So good attitudes here on the WRT.
And we have the first ace of this
4-10.
game
What
by
ace?
Danny Lavley. And it's 4-10. Weird, we haven't seen Cardona ace. He usually aces a lot.
You know, last weekend he had 11 aces alone on Saturday in the quarters and the semis. So that arm's got to be a little tired, but that's the life of a professional, right?
True. Oh, beautiful pinch by Danny. Rolled it out in the corner, and it's actually his first winner with
5-10.
the forehand.
Side out.
Beautiful shot again by Cardona. Gets the side out.
10-5. 10-5.
10 serving 5. Oh, well,
Big
huge skip.
Yeah, big skip there from Lavley. Crowd with a couple groans, trying to go show him some love as well. See if you can
It was a
wipe down
great-
the court and maybe change his mentality after that.
It was a great rally. I mean, Danny had great gets there, and he finally had like a clear shot and skipped it.
Cardona taking his time up there too, not keeping his distance, I guess. Got to keep that rhythm going in his head and get back there in the service box.
Cardona smart there, just hanging around, trying not to lose focus, and Danny doing his part, trying to make some time,
11
get some
5.
momentum on after that skip, and probably loosen up again.
Here we go. They're ready again in game 1. Cardona up now.
11 serving 5.
Nice get there from Cardona.
Side out.
Nice side out there for Lavley. Pumping himself up a little bit. Looks like some of his strategy there worked. He switched his
5,
mentality around
11.
after the skip, and now he's back in the service box. Cardona looking for a call, but he's good.
Replay.
Looks like they're going to get the replay. That was one of the longer rallies so far here in game 1. Looks like Cardona was looking for a call earlier. Now they're going to get the replay.
5
Yeah,
11.
smart hinder there by Danny. Back to the serve, it's way better than how the rally was going for him, so.
Side out.
Nice hands by Cardona, big backhand. Set
11,
out, back
5.
in the box, 11 serving 5.
Oh. Tough break there for Lavley. Nice hustle there from both players as they speed
12,
over
5.
there. Taking a look there at our crowd. I'd like to thank all of our fans for joining us here this weekend. Looks like they're discussing some of the finer points here of the match between Cardona and Lavley. Now we usually ask the people at home what their wager is. So for those of you watching at home, go ahead and let us know who you think's going to win this match, Cardona or Lavley. Coco, any thoughts?
I think Cardona, he's just an amazing player. I mean, Danny is too, but Cardona has been consistently making finals and playing great. And I see he's controlling the moment of the match, and I'll pick Cardona.
Okay.
Side out.
Oh, big skip by Cardona there. Danny talking to
Yeah.
himself, trying to pump him up probably, and
Probably saying he needs
5,
to do those
12.
now when he's serving.
Singles.
Get some points.
Point.
oh wow, another big skip by Cardona. He's third on forced error in his backhand. No
6,
unforced
12.
errors in his forehand though.
Big point there for Lavley.
Oh,
What a
wow.
shot there from Cardona.
Beautiful.
He made that look easy.
Yeah,
Crowd loving
Cardona can
that.
do
Danny
that.
maybe not as much.
Cardona can make those amazing
12-6.
points just look so easy.
Side out.
Wow.
Nice.
Nice backhand.
Puts Lavley back in the service box.
6 12. Timeout.
Looks like Cardona's going to go ahead and take a timeout. I think we're going to hear a word from our sponsors, so don't go anywhere. There's lots more racquetball to come. And we're back here in game one of our quarterfinal between Danny Lavley, who's out there on the court, and Alex Cardona, who called the timeout. Lavley getting a little bit of momentum here now at the end of game one. Let's see if he can rack up some points and keep Cardona on his toes.
I think this timeout by Cardona was really smart. He just wasn't scoring as much and probably took timeout, think what he's going to come and do and try to close the game. And Danny actually building up again. Hopefully he can score some more points. Oh wow, amazing shot by Cardona.
That's
Looks
what
like
we've come to expect, I think, from Cardona. From the back of the court, major shot, gives him the side out, and puts him back in the service box. See if he's determined right here to close it out.
Beautiful shooting. Serve a little bit up, but Danny gives him the setup and he just takes it, rolls it out down the line. Cardona missed those setups and Danny took him, pinch roll out there.
6-13.
Beautiful forehand and 6 serving 13.
Players are playing with the WRT official ball. That's the Gearbox black ball, and both of the players happen to be sponsored by Gearbox. If you guys go to gearboxrb.com, you can check out all the balls and apparel there. Oh, just made it. And a point for Cardona. That makes it game point right now. Looks like Danny Lavley is going to change out a string or a racket. I'm sorry, is the score 13? Looks like they're going to take a bit of a equipment change. Here comes Danny coming back out on the court.
That was Danny's point.
Breaking in that
serving
racket.
13, but he broke string, so.
So did they redo then that last
No,
point?
it's a point for Danny.
Okay.
7 serving 13.
Good, but it looks like Cardona thinks maybe that skipped or bounced twice.
Cardona was coming at 2 bounds, but he still had the setup, took it, and pinch roll out it beautifully. So
13-7.
13 serving 7.
Nice effort there from Cardona, actually showing some emotion now, looking a little frustrated. I'm sure he wants to close out game one. It's going to be a side out for Lavley, who's been chipping away, closing the gap slowly now at 7 serving 13.
Oh, beautiful shot by Danny.
Back of the court, nice shot. That's going to give him a point and take him up to 8.
8.
And maybe since it's unusual to see this emotion from Cardona, he can kind of play against that as well and keep the momentum on his side.
Side out.
Or maybe not. Side out for Cardona.
13-8.
Remember, after this, we have more quarterfinal matches. Right after this, we have Mario Mercado against David Bobby Horn. And at 1 p.m., Polo Gutierrez versus Francisco Troncoso. That's going to make it game point now for Cardona.
First game point and looking strong there, Alejandro Cardona. And see if he goes for the drive to ace or He goes for love now. Drive serving.
Point.
Big
Beautiful
swing there
shot.
from Cardona. That's a point. That means he's going to take game one 15-8 against Danny Lavley. We're going to go ahead and take a break here, but we'll be right back with game two, so don't go anywhere. Back here in our second quarterfinal match of the day. We have Danny Lavley out there on the court against Alex Cardona. Cardona taking the first game 15-8. Coco, what are your thoughts on that match and maybe what Lavley needs to do in order to power back here in game two?
I think Danny built some momentum at the end of the game, but I see Cardona really strong, hitting really good. Danny should try to change paces and not get into Cardona's game, probably make him stay in the back and build the lead since the beginning. Try to build the lead since the beginning. Sounds easier than what it's how it's done, but that'll be my advice for Danny.
Yeah, I think he really picked it up there towards the end of game two. He played pretty consistently there in game one, but I think the momentum was starting to swing to his side, and he was getting under Cardona's skin a little bit. We saw the usually cool and composed Cardona starting to show some emotion out there as he was struggling to close out game one. So, like we say here on the WRT, anything can happen. Game two could be completely different. Looks like these guys are ready to get started, and Lavley will start serving.
Zero, zero. Point. One, zero.
And Danny building that lead 1-0. Nice reaction by Cardona.
That'll be a side out. He let Lavley get 1 point, and now Cardona is back in the service box.
Oh, no. Point.
That was nice by Danny Lavley, calling the ball hit him.
1-1.
So it's going to be 1-1.
Calling it on himself, keeping the honesty and integrity that we like to represent here on the WRT. Game two. Nice chase down.
Point.
Big rally here so far in game two. Unfortunately, an error there, I think, from Lavley.
Yeah, and now they're on forced error with his back, and he's had 5 already this match.
It's gonna make it 2-1 with Cardona now in the lead in game two.
Out.
Cardona didn't like the bounce of that. He showed a little bit of emotion there.
1-2.
And 1-2. We can see Bobby Horns already warming up for his match against Mario Mercado next.
Yep, he's on the other court there getting ready. That match will start 10 minutes after this one ends, so make sure you guys keep it right here with the WRT. Looks like Lavley will get a second serve. For those of you watching at home, don't forget to like us on Facebook at facebook.com/World Racquetball. You can stay on top of all of our events and news there, and also on Twitter at WRT Racquetball.
Side out.
All right, that's going to be a side out then for Cardona.
Cardona kind of wanted the 2 bounce call, but he managed to kill that.
Let's see, talking there with our ref, who is Jose Ugalde, who played earlier this morning against Bredenbeck. Bredenbeck winning that first quarterfinal this morning will push him through to the semifinals later tonight at 5 p.m., where he will play the winner of this match.
court. Second serve. Right out.
Tough shot there for Cardona. Lavley placing it there in the back corner. Both these guys hustling a lot so far here in game 2. Already exerting a lot of energy.
Skip.
Oh, big skip by Danny. He had that chance.
3-1.
These guys feel like they've been stuck a little bit here in the score at 2-1. 3-1, excuse me.
Right out.
Nice side out by Danny. Big backhand, and it's going to be one serving 3.
Oh, point.
Oh, big skip by Cardona.
Big point there for Danny Lavley.
2-3.
Score is 2 serving 3. So far, a pretty evenly matched game 2. Like we said, I think Danny taking some momentum there from the end of game 1, even though Cardona won 15-8. And now he's within a point of tying it up.
Point.
Nice hands by Danny. Kills that forehand. Came right to his body,
3-3.
moved and killed it nice. So it's tied up, 3 serving 3.
All tied here in game 2.
Second serve.
Lavley with 1 ace so far in the match. Cardona with none after coming off of a weekend high of 11 aces on Saturday alone last weekend at the Mount Rainier Open.
No, 2 losses. Side out.
Rebounds called by the ref, and it's a side out for Cardona to serve at 3 serving 3. You know, Laura, that can be true because last weekend we had cement courts, so the ball travels a bit faster there, and this weekend Pleasanton Club Sport has panel walls, so that takes a little bit of speed from the ball, and having all these super fast players, they can read it a bit easier.
Yeah, that's something that's so interesting to me, is like how the dynamics of each court can be different. And we were even talking, you know, about the weather, the dampness, where the courts are located within the venue. I thought I heard that it was supposed to rain today, so we were a little concerned that that was going to affect some of the action out there on the court. But true to its name, the Golden State, although I don't think it's for sunshine, I think it's for gold. But it's sunny here in California. Ooh, what a get from Lavley.
Oh, wow.
What a rally. We've seen some tight rallies here so far in game 2. Cardona was just kind of set up there and took advantage of that. Looks like Danny's going to wipe down the court. He is notably one of the bigger sweaters here
Yeah.
on the WRT. We already saw a shirt change from Lavley. And as I mentioned earlier, both of these players are sponsored by Gearbox. And they're playing with the WRT official ball. That's the Gearbox Black Ball. If you guys want to check out more from Gearbox, go to gearboxrb.com.
3-3. 3-3.
All tied up here, 3-3 in game 2. Wow.
Side out.
Wow, nice reaction from both players, really fast. And Danny takes that setup into the pinch.
Another big rally here between these two. That's a big side out here for Lavley as it's still tied at 3-3. They've just been creeping along very slowly here with the points and keeping it really competitive in game 2.
Oh, wow.
Nice soft touch there from Cardona.
Yeah, great hands there. Is it right on the edge of being a skip and a good ball and takes the side out. 3 serving 3.
And another side out.
We can see clearly how Danny has had lots of winners with his backhand, and on the other side Cardona has a lot of them with his forehand, but has some great shots too with his backhand. So I think Danny should start playing more to Cardona's backhand instead of forehand. Beautiful
Another
again.
side out. Side out for side out. Still tied here in game 2 at 3-3. I think that was an interesting point as you're taking some notes here during the match. The difference between forehand and backhand and the strengths of these two players.
Oh, wow. Great rally. Danny had a setup and skipped it in his forehand. And finally we have a score change. It's going to be Cardona 4 serving 3.
Cardona taking his time in the service box, trying to gain that composure that he does so well.
Short. And serve.
Tough play there
Yeah.
from Danny. Joking around, he wants the replay. That's
Nice
going to be a
hustle
point.
there, and diving into Cardona's way. Cardona could have taken an avoidable, but he just shoot it. It's going to be 5-3. Cardona building a lead again.
It's like they're going to wipe down the court. But both of these players are fortunate enough to be supported by the Reaching Your Dream Foundation, as you are as well. Is that right, Coco?
That's right, and very thankful to all the foundation, to how they've been supporting racquetball and having us here in different venues, playing tournaments, doing what we most like, and it's been so nice. Everywhere we go, the WRT goes, it's been very nice how people cheer us up and just takes care of us. It's amazing.
Very supportive. We'd like to thank, of course, all of our fans and sponsors and the Reaching Your Dream Foundation for making these dreams for our professionals come true. I know Cardona has been playing professionally for a couple years, as well as Lavley turning pro in 2007, but this is Lavley's first year playing full-time as a pro, so it's really helpful to get that support, so we thank you. Here we go, back in game 2.
Point.
And another point for Cardona.
Oh, wow. Big skipping by Danny. I think he either rolls it
6-3.
out or skips it. He needs to probably concentrate a little bit more, move his feet, and try to be more consistent. He already has 4 unforced errors in his forehand and 5 in his backhand.
Wow.
Amazing rally.
Nice gets there from Danny Lavley. Some big, powerful hits there from Cardona, but kind of controlling that rally there and Cardona winning the ball back.
Great gets by Danny, and Cardona just ripping the ball. Gets that point again. And same thing, Danny keeps on playing Cardona to his forehand. He has only winners. He doesn't have one single unforced error match long, so Danny should change that. And Danny again cleaning that court, probably just trying to make some time and get Cardona to probably slow down and see if he can build momentum.
7-3.
It's going to be 7 serving 3. After a really long time in 3-3, and we have a 7-3 lead for Cardona, the biggest lead right now in game number 2, 4-point lead. And he's ready to serve again.
Wow, some big swings there from both players. Lavley winning this side out. It's one of our more rapid fire rallies.
3-7.
It's now 3 serving 7. Like you mentioned earlier, Coco, we had Cardona on a bit of a points run after they were stuck at 3-3. See if Danny Lavley can answer that.
Point.
Looks like he can. There's another point for Lavley, making it 4-7.
That was a really nice shot by
4-7.
Danny. Nice feet control and shooting.
Skip, side out.
Oh, another big skip for Danny. It's been 6 unforced errors now in his back end.
7-4.
So if Cardona can keep kind of manipulating that and throwing it to Danny's backhand, he can close out the match. And so what do you think Lavley needs to really hammer against Cardona? You were saying something about Cardona's forehand?
Yeah, not playing to Cardona's forehand. He's been really consistent there. Probably change it more to his backhand, change speed and making him shoot from above. He's good from there, but he's not the best. And you see again, Danny just desperate there. Another unforced error in his backhand, trying to shoot from way high. He should probably try to control a little bit more of the rally, change paces, and there he is again.
Big swing there from Cardona. That's the power that we're used to seeing from him.
9-4.
It gives him a point as he's taking off a little bit here in game 2.
Timeout.
Looks like Lavley is going to go ahead and call a timeout, see if he can throw off some of Cardona's rhythm. I think that means we're going to hear a word from our sponsors, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And we're back here in game 2 of our quarterfinal match here today. We have Alex Cardona out there on the court against Danny Lavley, who called the timeout and I think is trying to break some of that momentum. All right, looks like these guys are ready to
9-4.
continue on here in
9-4.
game 2.
Yeah, 9-4 is going to be in Cardona serving again. See if he sticks to the lob serve. It had been working for him the last couple of points, and yeah, lob to the backhand.
Point.
And a point
I
for
think that's going
Cardona.
to be the key for Cardona. Danny
10-4.
Lavley's just skipping those backhands setup, so should continue to do that.
Side out.
Nice
side
shoot,
out
nice
there
shooting
for
by
Lavley.
both. So yeah, it's going to be 4 serving 10 now.
4-10. Skip.
Oh.
Side out.
And an error there from Lavley. That's going to be a side out for Cardona. So big rally
10-4.
there.
It's been 9 unforced errors for Danny with his back, and I love how he changed the serve. Did a really good C serve, how to set up, and you should probably stick to that C-serve to Cardona's backhand now.
Nice effort there, but
Point.
that's going to be a point for Cardona. Again, Cardona kind of running away here in game 2. It's starting to look very similar to game 1.
Yeah, but then again, Danny had a setup, didn't take it, and Cardona just taking everything he can. He's one of those players you cannot give a second chance, and crush that cross court. Danny Lavley again diving and getting all the court wet, so taking a little bit of a towel break again.
Yep.
But I love how Cardona doesn't lose his focus. He's like sticks there just hitting the ball, trying to think what he's gonna do next. He probably already has a clear game right now, so he's gonna try to close it. 11 serving 4.
All right, here we go. It's game 2 of our quarterfinal match with Cardona and Lavley.
Point.
Oh wow!
And a point for Cardona.
12-4.
Now, right after this match, we have more quarterfinals to come. Next up is Mario Mercado versus David Bobby Horn. That'll happen 10 minutes after this match ends. And then around 1 o'clock, we have Polo Gutierrez and Francisco Troncoso. So 2 more quarterfinals, and then we'll move on to the semis tonight. Our first semifinalist is Jake Bredenbeck. He will play the winner of this match right here at 5 p.m. tonight. So don't go anywhere. There's lots more racquetball to come here at the Pleasanton Open. What a rally. Nice effort there from both players. Lavley running all over the court. That's going to be an advantage now for Cardona.
That was a great rally. Cardona just shooting everything, and still Cardona has only winners in his forehand and no unforced errors.
Saw some showy
13-4.
shots there from Lavley going between the legs. For those of you watching at home, make sure you go to facebook.com and check out our events. Our next tournament will be the Midwest Championship at the University of Minnesota.
Another
There's a
big
point.
skip for Danny Lavley and gives Cardona another point.
14-4.
So it's
This
match
is
point.
match point for Alex Cardona.
Point. Match Cardona.
And that means Alex Cardona is the winner of this quarterfinal against Danny Lavley. A great effort there by both players. That means Cardona will push through to the semifinals tonight against Jake Bredenbeck at 5 p.m. Coming up next, our next match is Mario Mercado versus David Bobby Horn. So don't go anywhere. There's 2 more quarterfinals left here at the Pleasanton Open. I'm Laura McCormick. I'd like to thank Alexi Coco for joining me. But don't go anywhere, because we'll be right back.